Hello, YouTubers. The big day is here where we will be building the mystery sculpture. If you have not already seen the short of the enclosure that I built, I will probably link those in the description soon. Because the enclosure kind of gave a hint. It kind of gave y'all an idea or a guess for those who watched it as to what the mystery sculpture could be. And then earlier today, I made a short on one of the items that I will be using in my sculpture. And made an art review on it because I started doing little art reviews. When I get some art, I'm going to start doing little art reviews on it and making shorts of it. It's currently March 24th, Friday. It's promised, and it is 11:19 a.m. I decided to go ahead and record it kind of like a few hours after the short. But first we're going to go over everything we'll be using for this product, for the sculpture. I said product. And then I'm going to be telling you guys the total of how much the materials cost, and then I will be showing you the sketch idea we are going to be going with. So first off, we're going to start with the products that we'll be using. So for the clay sculpture itself, we will be using, we'll start with this one first. We will be using acrylic paint. We got brown, we got green, got blue, orange, red, pink, white, and yellow. This acrylic paint does not count for how much all this costs, okay? I'm just gonna let y'all know that ahead of time. And I'm going to be using some aluminum foil. This does not count for the price as well. The acrylic paint, in case y'all want to know, I showed it in shorts before when I was doing the enclosure. I got it from Ross. It also comes with some paint brushes, which I'm gonna show y'all after I get through introducing these. But this is the aluminum foil. This was already here, so this doesn't count for anything that has to do with the total price. I just want to let y'all know that. Of course, the palette doesn't count either. Once again, it's already here, but the palette's going to be used. Got a cup of water to paint with. We got polymer clay. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Excuse me from that. I got this from Amazon. And this right here is about 1 pound. And it's a lot for 1 pound. And I'm excited to use this. Okay. And then we got the hot glue gun. This is going to be used for gluing the little toppings on this mystery sculpture. And this is already here. This does not count for the total. This is actually my sister's. And then got the floor wire from Dollar Tree. I cut some of it already, which I'm gonna explain why I did it. But yeah, this is floor wire, and I got it from Dollar Tree. And then this is a piercing and scoring tool set. This is going to be used to shape the clay and put the clay together in this sculpture, as well as adding details. This is not included. I already had this for my dress designing video. If y'all have not seen it, y'all should see it. It's good. I might link that down below too. But I'm gonna use this in point if I need to. This will help with the shorts of the glass eyes, which It's the mystery product for this mystery sculpture. So yeah, that's what that's gonna probably be used for a majority of it. Mod Podge. This does not count for what the total is gonna be because I already have this. This is gonna help make sure that the clay sculpture actually is preserved and lasts longer. And then of course, these are kind of what I'm going to show y'all next. Is kind of like the stuff that's going to be like the topping, but the stuff I showed y'all is kind of like what's going to be like for the clay itself. As well get the other one. I got these two things of glitter. Okay, I got this one, and then I'm going to be using this light blue one right here, and I got both of these from Dollar Tree. And then I got this little spray. I got it from Crazy High Deals. It was $1. Me and my sister and my auntie went, and I seen this little spray, and I got it. This is also going to help with the topping of the mystery sculpture. That I already put water in it. And then I got some little icing bags. This is going to help the topping of the mystery sculpture as well. And then of course I got the tips, because the tips go with the bag and it goes with the idea that I'm generally going for in mind. And then, oh, I almost skipped my bag. I got both of these from Dollar Tree. They are included in the price. I skipped my bag because these may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot to kind of like go over. It's washable school glue. This does not count within the price. I already had this way before, but this one I'm going to be using as well. And then I got these cute little pom-poms. This is going to be a topping accessory. I got this from Dollar Tree as well. And the last thing I got to show y'all. I ordered this from Amazon, but I did an art review on it earlier. I hope you guys can see. Not for sure if you guys can see the color, so I'm bringing it a little closer and putting my hand over it so you guys can see. But these are the glass eyes that I did an art review on earlier today. And I actually really love them. Like she did such a good job, and her team did such a good job on that, as well as packaging that. And I fell in love with it, and I was like, this is gonna be perfect. And overall, these are all the items that I just showed y'all is what I'm going to be using. To the side, I do have the enclosure, which I'll make sure to link this short down below if you guys are interested to see kind of like how I did it. But this is the enclosure. Okay, I want to show the enclosure, and of course I put some lights, which they're Dollar Tree lights, in here to make it light up. And the majority of the stuff that's in it I got from Dollar Tree. And then here's the little bottom. It's kind of like a little road. Okay, now that we got the materials explained out the way, I'm going to be telling y'all the total of all of these items, okay? Because I already had an idea number in my head, which my idea number was right. So, the stuff that I said that was from Dollar Tree, the total of all of it, since they're $1.25, including the enclosure itself. The lights are not included because I already had the lights. I've already had the lights. Are $1.25. And the little spray that I said I got from Crazy High Deals is $1.10. And the polymer clay itself is $9.78. That's the clay separately, and that's the shipping. come together, it's $9.78. The glass eyes that I got, coming with the price of the glass eyes and once again shipping, is $8.88. So my total for how much I spent for this project is $31.01. I added all of it up. Let's see. Sorry if it ran out midway, but I added it all up. But it's crazy how, like, when you go in the store and you buy like art stuff, it's crazy how you think it would be one price when it's actually another, when you actually sit down and you kind of like add it up and kind of like do the math. But majority of all this stuff costs $31, which isn't bad. Because I feel like if you go to an art store and you buy some of this stuff, it's probably going to be way higher. And the majority of the stuff that I bought, I went the cheap route. And it actually saved, I don't know how much money it saved, but I'm pretty sure it saved me a lot of money. That's the best part about it. Okay, so here's the sketch of what we're going to be doing. This is what we're going to be doing. This is the mystery sculpture that I've been hyping up about for, I don't know, I think I hyped it up for about like a good week ago. I think it was a week ago because I was on spring break. But this is the mystery sculpture, okay? It is a salamander. Because I love salamanders and I thought it'd be really cool if I did a sweet clay sculpture of a salamander. So here it is, everyone. Here is the mystery sculpture I've been talking about. Okay, so first we're gonna explain the sketch itself so that way it can be understandable for what I'm about to do. Okay, so of course we got the glass eyes already, and then we got the body, which the body's gonna be yellow. And then we got the ice cream. We got the 3 scoops of ice cream. And we got the little chocolate drizzle. And we got the whipped cream on top of the ice creams. And we got the 3 cherries on top of the ice cream. And then we got the little ball on his head. And we got him sticking his tongue out, which is a chocolate tongue. And then, if you guys can see it, right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I've been closer. These are going to be sprinkled freckles that I'm going to hand paint on there. And if I don't hand paint it, I'm probably going to be using glitter, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be hand painting it. Like I said, these are 3 ice cream scoops. This is the chocolate drizzle. And this is the whipped cream. These are the 3 cherries. This is what the pom-poms are for, the cherries. The stuff that I told y'all is for the toppings, like the icing bags and the tips and the glue, as well as the little spray with the water in it. This is going to be for whipped clay to make the whipped cream on top of the little ice cream scoops, 3 ice cream scoops. And then I put a little bowl on his head because I thought it'd be like kind of funny for him to have like a little bowl on his head. Since this is kind of inspired by a banana split. And then of course his body is yellow because bananas are yellow. His underbelly, I think I'm gonna leave his other belly either white or make it clean. I haven't decided. Cream. Sometimes I mispronunciate my words, excuse me. Of course we got the little legs, little feet. And then I put the little curve on his tail to represent how a banana split. You know like how a banana split looks in the bowl, where like the banana is kind of like curved, like when you cut the banana into 2 and then put the ice cream on top. That's what it's going for, and that's why his tail is curved like a banana split. That's what I wanted it to symbolize. And I put the bowl on his head to kind of like show because I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny also to put the little ball on his head, but banana splits, they usually come in bowls, so I wanted to incorporate that. But I'm finna show y'all a picture of a banana split so y'all can see where I'm going, because there are some people who have had a banana split before, and some that have not. I have not had one, but I looked at pictures of banana splits to get an idea of reference of how I wanted to make my salamander, which I named him Splitsy because banana split, and then I wanted to use Z for some reason, so I was like Splitsy, and I thought it was a really cute name. But I'm finna show y'all banana split real quick, because some banana splits, they have 3 scoops, some have more than 3, but I just chose 3. Okay, I'm finna show y'all banana split real quick, just so y'all can see what it looks like. Okay, so this, I'm gonna let it clear up a little bit. Give it a minute. Give it a minute, you guys. Give it a minute. Okay, there we go. This is a banana split, and this is why I curved his tail. You see how the banana kind of like going upward on the banana split? That's why I curved his tail, and you can see the 3 little ice cream scoops. They're classic flavors, like, sorry, I kind of have to shake it a little bit so y'all can still see, like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, which is what I'm gonna go for, because I want to go for the classic flavors that are common in a banana split. And then you see the 3 little cherries, and you see the whipped cream. That's where I got that from. Now, on some banana splits, they have a variety of assorted toppings. Like, there are some with nuts. There are some with sprinkles. There are some with fruit. Of course, you can get drizzle too, but you don't have to get drizzle if you don't want to, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show y'all a few with the toppings, but I'm gonna show y'all the one with the topping idea I'm gonna do first. So let's see. Here's one with this one got nuts and sprinkles, but see, y'all can kind of get an idea, because I know the sprinkles are rectangle shaped. I hope y'all can see it. But you see there's some nuts on the banana split, and then you see there's some sprinkles. You see, hold on. And if you look at the little rainbow pieces are sprinkles, which is what I'm going to be putting on mine is sprinkles, except I'm going to be using the little circle sugary sprinkles. I just feel like it fits my design more. And plus, it was kind of really hard for me to find like the little rectangle sprinkles that probably would normally be on it. But sometimes there are some with little circle sugary sprinkles like mine. But there are some that are also rectangular sprinkles. So the sugary sprinkles end up working it in. But I tried to find some with the rectangle little pieces in different colors, but they had them in solid colors, and I just wanted them in different color pieces of assorted colors, kind of like the little sprinkles you see in the store. That's what I wanted. Now that the idea is out the way, and I just showed y'all what a banana split look like, because I like to welcome y'all into my world and what I'm about to do. So I always try to use references when I'm talking about an art piece, especially if I'm inspired by that reference, because it's always good to use references when you're doing art. It is always good to use references. Nearly every artist uses references, even when they're creating on their own. Some artists may still go back and use a reference to kind of like help and guide them through what they're drawing or through what they're working on. And that's actually really important. I've been watching people make clay stuff for about like 2 weeks. There are 2 people who I have, 3. Bella Art Studios, when I made the art review about, I've been watching her do it. And I've been watching 2 other YouTubers do it, which Let me see if I can find their name real quick. Because when I say I have been watching and paying attention to how they do it, I really have. And now I get to practice it. I've been watching this girl. She makes little creatures too. And her name is Prismatic Brush. I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm trying to help see y'all see. If not, I'll just link her channel in the description, because she's good to watch too. But I've been watching her make some polyamor clay designs. It's this another girl who I've been watching too. I love her too. Like, oh my gosh, like she makes little creatures too. But she makes them to kind of like where they're movable for the most part. Sometimes she make them glow in the dark, make them light up, and I love it. I love it so much. Her name is KaypeaCreations. If it doesn't show up on here, which it kind of looks blurry, I'll make sure to link her channel in the description below. And Bella Enchanted Studios. I've been watching them to learn how to make polyamor clay and see what steps they use, which will help me during this process. And I'm not gonna lie, even though I watched videos and stuff, I'm still learning, so I may still make a few mistakes. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Okay, remember when I told y'all I cut the floor wire a little bit? The reason why is because this bottom piece, which I cut in shape already. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is the tail, okay, and then this is the head. I'm using this as a reference, okay, and I put it on here so I can know like how long do I need to make my salamander. And this will help me also with the layering, because I'm going to be using this floor wire and then putting some aluminum on top of it to give it a shape, and then we're going to be putting clay on top of it. Okay, now that that's out the way, now let's get to work. Okay, so first I'm gonna, well, I'm not gonna open this yet. Like when I tell you I'm so excited, I picked up the wrong thing by mistake. Gonna be using aluminum foil. Now the aluminum foil you can probably get from almost anywhere. I'm certain you can get the aluminum foil from Dollar Tree, Kroger, or the corner, or your local corner store, because this is where I got this from. I got this from the corner store. But I had already bought it before this video even started. This is 22 feet, but I'm not going to use that much. Okay. We're going to probably cut about like this much. Because I don't need that much aluminum foil. And the reason why I'm cutting excess extra pieces is because I may mess up in the shaping, and you always want to have extra for that. There is nothing wrong with having extra. It's always better to be safe than sorry. I'm going to put this back. This is the piece I cut. Okay. I may reshape this a little again before I put the aluminum foil on there, because you also got to remember when we doing this, aluminum foil, when you're making a body, sometimes you're going to need layers on top of layers. Okay. See, I'm reshaping it. I wish I could put it. I'm going to try to see if I could put it up somewhere so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. That's better. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see it. I know that it's green, but it may look really light because of the background and the lighting of where I'm at. But yeah, I'm basically gonna go in and shape this, and if I'm looking off, it's because I'm looking at my sketch as I'm shaping it to make sure it's exactly like the way I want it. I'm gonna probably add some more for the feet to make him stand up. But yeah, I just want to make sure I get the body shape the way that it needs to be when I start, so that way it won't be any issues with closing it. So make sure. Okay, make sure. And sometimes it's okay to make sure and look back at your sketch. Like, if you have to look back at your sketch to make sure with yourself, it's okay. Because I say there's no shame in doing that and in doing so. Okay. Looks like the tail's got more of a center of attention than the head. Let me cut this a little bit. Oop. Oh, this wire is kind of difficult to cut, but I got it. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to put this down some a little bit. And put the head kind of like up a little bit more. Yeah, kind of the head up a bit more. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I got the body. Okay, now we're gonna add in the legs. Now I'm just gonna add in legs. I'm not gonna be adding in the feet yet. Right now we're gonna add the legs. I'm not gonna cap. I didn't do no measurements before this video because I didn't really have an idea measurement for this at all. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can fold this over and just tie this up. See, I'm just folding it. Straighten it out. I'm just taking this wire, kind of like folding it up over, as if I'm sewing. That's the best way that I can kind of explain it. Okay. Okay. Hopefully this helps it. Okay. Okay. Whew. Okay. Little leg. It's not keeping a solid grip there though. That's what I want. I wanted it to keep a solid grip. Okay. Okay. Straight leg. Okay, that's one. And then that's another one. Excuse me. Okay, so I decided as I do this, I'm just gonna focus on doing the legs, because the legs are kind of like what would be better to do. But these are my legs. They're kind of moving, but hopefully once I put the aluminum on there, that won't be an issue. Okay, so this is how he's standing up right now. Okay, and I'm going to be doing the other set of legs the same way. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Got it. Okay. Got the other set of legs. I kind of just made a loop. Okay. Now I'm going to cut them to make sure that they are one and the same, like size on it, so it won't be confusing. I ain't gonna lie, this kind of looks like a dog. A little dog. When I think about it, it kind of looks like a little dog. Okay, we got the legs. They're kind of following each other, but these are the legs. Okay. Because we gonna see how this work with this, with the legs like this. Because if not, I'm just gonna do it with the clay and shape it, which is fine. But this is a trial and error. Okay, so now we get to the aluminum foil part, which is the layering part. So I'm gonna put this like over here. I put some stuff up here so y'all can kind of see it. Okay. Now I'm gonna cut a row. Okay, I'm gonna cut this in rows. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the head and we're gonna start shaping and layering our aluminum foil into the shape that we want. We're gonna start shaping it and we're gonna start layering it. You see how we got a head? We're gonna start shaping and layering it. That's what this is kind of for. It helps with the shaping and the layering on how thick I want it to be and the consistency I want it to be. It's kind of weird now. So I'm gonna keep cutting rows and doing this, but this is the head. Trust me, the head's gonna be way thicker, but right now I'm gonna try to focus on putting the aluminum foil on the body, and I'm gonna see how thick I really want it to be. I got a feeling that I'm gonna have to make the legs with the clay, because this doesn't look like it's gonna work. Yeah, I'm gonna do this with the clay, which I figured the little wiring of the legs I just did, I feel like I'm gonna have to do that with the clay because it doesn't seem like that it's working, which I prepared for that. Like I said, it's gonna be trial and error and it's gonna be some mistakes, but it's okay. We're here, we're learning. This is educational. So like I said, you take the aluminum foil and you basically wrap it around the wire like I'm doing now. You wrap it around the wire where you shape it, and what you're doing is you're basically adding layers of what you already did, and you can add as many layers as you need to, because I know I'm gonna have to go back and add some layers because my salamander is kind of thick. He's thick. So I know I'm going to have to add some more layers. But yeah, I'm basically taking the aluminum foil and I'm following the outline that I did on the floor wire. Is all I'm doing. It's basically all I'm doing. This is actually kind of fun to do. I'm not gonna lie, this is fun. It's kind of like you're bringing something to life, and it kind of makes me think of animation, like 3D animation. Like, you know, like how they have to make like clay sculptures or like 3D print their stuff. That's what this kind of makes me think of, except it's in the form of clay. And also, when you're wrapping this up, you want to make sure that everything is covered. You want to make sure all your floral wire is covered. You don't want no floral wire or wire to be left out. You want it to be completely covered. Okay? You don't want to leave no excess. And like I said, when you're wrapping it with aluminum foil, it all depends on what shape you're going for and what shape you want. Because whatever shape you want is going to be the outcome of your clay. Now, like I said, I'm just going back. I'm going back over and covering some spots, because some spots can be seen, and I don't want any wire to show. You don't want any wire to show in your art. You don't want that. And like I said, the only reason why you do the aluminum foil over it instead of just doing the clay and the wire is kind of like your base outline of what you're going to be doing. And you doing the aluminum foil method and the wire method, it kind of saves you a lot on your clay and your sculpting of your clay. Now, like I said, I'm just going back and shaping over, but that doesn't mean you can't shape the structure. Because one thing about aluminum foil, you can shape it in any way that you need to. And that's what I like about it. The fact that I can shape it at any point and not have to worry about it, like, that is great. Okay, I'm gonna put some more aluminum foil on there because I want him to kind of like have this thickness when I add in the details. I'm gonna have this thickness about himself, you know. I cut it a little bit because I want his tail to kind of like stay the same. I don't want his tail to be any more bigger. And one thing about the floral wire, you see how I can bend it? That's why you put the floral wire in there too, because when you put the floral wire in there, it allows you to bend it more if you want it at a certain angle, or if you're trying to get it at a certain angle. I add some more to his belly here because I want his belly to kind of be thick. The underbelly, I wanted him to have a thick underbelly. And also, while I was doing this, I did have to look up salamander body references to figure out what do I need to go about structuring it. Which is, like I always say, it's always good to use references. because references, they will help you with what you're trying to do, especially if you are doing an animal or an amphibian, or like or like a human. I'm about to say a human body, but a human. This will help you. References will help you a lot in that area. A lot. Well, I put some on his head anyway. His head needs to be kind of thicker. But you see how it's starting to get thick? That's what you want. You want it to get to where you want it to be. Like, I want it to be thicker. Which is why it's always good to have a sketch of what you want, because that sketch of what you want is going to help you. And if you have any leftover aluminum, save it, because if you have to sculpt or add on anything, you will be able to. Don't throw it away while you're sculpting. Don't do that, because you may come back and need it and regret it later on. Then you have to grab another piece. It saves. Alright. It feels like I'm giving y'all a class, but I had to get a class myself too. Like, I had to watch people do this so I can get a good understanding on what it is that I'm trying to do and that I want to do and achieve. Okay. It looks like it's giving me the head shape that I want. Okay, it looks like it's giving me the head shape that I want. I'm gonna put some down here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna put some around over here and the cover up here. But you see how even when I'm sculpting it and adding on as many layers as I want, there's no floor wire in sight. That is what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You don't want no wire in sight in your piece. And the cool thing about putting aluminum and the little floor wire in there is when you put the clay in the oven and put the clay on top of it, it's not gonna affect it at all. Like, it's not gonna affect it, from what I've researched. Because I had to do research. Don't think I didn't have to do research for any of this. And I had to watch people to get a good understanding. Like, a good understanding. Look at how he looks so far. He kind of looks like he's from a distant land. He looks kind of studious. I guess that's the word I want to use. I'm just putting this extra layer. Like I said, I want a thick underbelly, so just gonna put this layer on here because I want him to have a thick. I want him to have a thick underbelly. I might put some more on his head. just so you can have a little bit of a thicker head. Because like I said, I'm going to be layering this. That's why I said when you layer it, you can layer it as many times as you need to or as need be. That looks like the head I was going for. You see how his head is big? That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to give him like a big head and a bigger underbody. That's about the size I want his head to be. And if I need to add more, I can add more layers of clay on top of this too, which is also the really cool part about it. But the foil wire and the aluminum, it gives you a bodily structure on what you're trying to do. And it also saves clay. Let's see how I'm gonna make this bigger underbody. I'm gonna fold this up a little bit and then put this up under here. Then see what that does. It'll give me the big underbody that I'm looking for. Cause then I'm gonna have to work his way around his neck again, which I have no issue with doing that. Make sure that he's sitting upright. Here you go. And that underbelly that I want goes that big underbelly. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this piece for the neck. Yeah, I wanted him to be thick. That's just how I wanted him to be. I wanted him to be thick, to be kind of thick. I didn't want him to be like thin, like most salamanders are. They're thin, but mine's, I wanted mine's to be thick. It looks like he's kind of having an underbelly moment. I'm happy. I'm gonna get one more piece of aluminum and then I think we'll be done with the structuring process. My apologies that this video is gonna be long. Like I said, I'm recording off of my tablet for right now. My laptop is still being repaired, so I don't really have pause buttons, so everything is in real time. I wanted to see if I can make a little this side a little, just this side a little bit bigger. Like I said, I want him to have a nice underbelly. Yeah, like that. That's how big I want his underbelly to be. When I think about it, he kind of looks like... Okay, I'm gonna push this down a little bit. Push this down a little bit. Push this head up, right? Kind of smush it a little bit so I can kind of like smush the aluminum together with what? It kind of broke off on this one, but I'm kind of smushing it a little bit to kind of like, yeah, to give him like a kind of like a big underbelly. which now his tail looks super skinny. I'm probably going to add more to the tip of his tail because it looks so small. It looks too small for me. Tip his tail looks really, really small. It is. Okay. It's really, really bothering me. Some of the aluminum is falling off as I'm layering, but I'm kind of like trying to push it back in. Some parts are gonna fall, like that little piece just fell, and I'm gonna layer this tip of this tail, and then I think we'll be done with the structuring. I just want it to be exactly like how I envisioned it to look, which if no matter how long it takes you to do it, it is your art piece. So take as long as you need to make sure it is something of your liking, because you're going to be looking at this, not no one else. You're going to be looking at this, and you want to make sure it is something that you are satisfied with. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm liking the structure. This is what we got. This is the result of the layering. Look, you see his little head, you see his kind of big body, and you see his kind of tail right here, kind of like lower down. I'm going to add some legs with the polyamorous clay, but this is the body structure we got right now. You make sure, despite all the layering, I didn't go off course. It looks like I didn't. Now it looks like that because I ain't add no legs, but we're gonna test it first with the dome. Okay, I'm gonna test it on the dome, and the reason why you want to test it on it is to make sure that you didn't do too much layering, to see if you need to hold back on some stuff, which looks like I do. Might need to fold it a little bit. Okay, you're gonna fold this a little bit, bring this kind of like in, because you also got to remember you got to put the scoops on there, so you want to make sure the scoops will be able to fit too. I'm trying to see like how much do I need to. Okay, so about like that far is how to fit. Okay, so we gonna keep it at length like this. Ooh. My tail fell off. But it's okay. I'm kind of actually cool with the tail being this small, so it's okay. I just did a little extra layering, but the tail being that small is cool. Okay, we got the structure and aluminum process out of the way. Now here comes the exciting part, the clay. I just want to make sure that it'll fit in the dome. I think it's got tape around it. Y'all, when I say I did not touch this clay, I did not touch this clay. I even got like little instructions with me as far as like how you're supposed to bake it and everything. So I'm probably gonna put it in a bag or something. is the clay. It smells really, really permanent. I'm not used to clay smelling really, really permanent. Some clay smell different. So I was just surprised. Like, it hit me. I was like, oh, this is permanent clay. Okay, so what you do is you cut the piece of how much you want. I'm gonna see if I can use scissors for this, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think about getting a little knife or a plastic knife to cut this. Yep, we're gonna need a knife, which is something I didn't figure out till now. So let's see. Hold on, I'll be back. I'm finna go get a knife. I was really trying not to go backwards and forwards with getting things done in this video, which is why I had everything laid out. So sometimes even you're not prepared for the possibility that you may have to, you know, get your items or get your stuff. And sometimes it happens to the best of people. It happens. It's perfectly normal and it's okay. This should be enough. Okay. Got a knife. I'm gonna cut this clay. This clay is thick. I thought I was could do it holding it, but I'm gonna have to hold this down because this clay is really thick. I guess I didn't expect it to be that thick. Okay. This kind of makes you think of tofu, like how you're cutting tofu, except with tofu it's not as firm as this. Woof. Cut a piece. It's thick quality. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut some thin pieces of this and then just add it to the sculpture as I please. This feels like I'm cutting tofu. I'm gonna have to wash this knife. Okay. Got some pieces cut. Ooh, this clay is thick. Okay, now let's see. I have not used clay in I don't know how long. Okay, this clay is, I'm trying to see how I go about layering this on here. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go for it and then like use the tool to smoothen it out. With stuff like this, I wish I would be able to pause, because this seems like it's gonna take a while to do. Like I said, this video may be longer than usual, and I apologize for it being so very long. But everything that I do on this channel is an educational learning process in some way. I don't always know how, but I know it's It's gonna happen. And just roll with it. Okay. I'm just layering the clay on there. I wonder if I spray any water, would that make a difference in making it a little bit softer for me to mold with? This is for the whipped clay, but I'm using for this too. Not too much, really. Which I figured it probably wouldn't, but you gotta try sometimes, you know. But I'm just stacking the clay on here. I'm gonna smooth it out later. These extra layers trying to come. These extra layers trying to come off, and I'm gonna just let some of these extra layers come off, like, because at the end of the day, it still look like what I want to look like. I was just trying to make it a little bit more thicker, but so good. The thing I can't with this clay is it does break easy. Like this breaks kind of like easy, which is good. And you can tell the quality is actually really there for this clay. I cannot wait till I smooth this out, which is why I was happy when I got the piercing and scoring tool. The scoring tool is supposed to help you blend your clay out. Okay. But what I'm probably gonna do is, because this may probably take me a while, I'm probably gonna split this into parts. So the first part, like the part we're on right now, is kind of like the structuring and a preview of the claying and layering process. And then once I'm done, can y'all see the little layers of clay? And then once I'm done layering it with clay, then we're gonna come back and do everything else, because I don't want this video to be too long. But I'm going to clay this head on real quick and show y'all this clayed head, and then we're going to be doing another part to where after I'm done putting the clay on this behind the scenes, where we're going to be actually putting the eyes on, and we're probably going to be start painting the salamander and then get on with claying everything else. But right now I just want to clay this head real quick so I can, so y'all can see the claying process of the head. But I also want to say with that, when you're claying and putting layers, keep in mind that when you're putting layers of clay on there, make sure there is no aluminum showing when you're doing this. You don't want the aluminum to show through your clay. You want it to strictly look like clay. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't used clay in a long time. The last time I've used actual clay was in elementary school. Elementary school, we used to use clay. What I consider clay was like Play-Doh and clay in art class. But it was nothing like polymer clay, nothing. Like I said, the quality is actually, the quality is actually, you can actually tell the quality is actually real and authentic compared to the clay that I'm used to using as a child compared to now. Like, this clay is solid. This clay is definitely bendable to where you can make shapes, but you may have a little rough time doing it the first time. And I don't know if this clay was supposed to be refrigerated or not, because I'm not gonna lie, I put everything in a plastic bag in my room. But if y'all have any knowledge on clay whatsoever, I'm willing to take the knowledge. I would say put in the description, but there's not going to be a description. What I was going to say is, just feel free to, like, just feel free to, like, by the time this video goes up the day after, if y'all have any tips, I'm probably going to leave a community tab open to where you guys are able to share your comments and your thoughts or any tips you could give to me. You know, because I'm a beginner at this, and I have no shame whatsoever saying that at all. And I'm not gonna pretend that I'm a pro. Like I said in this video, I'm learning with y'all, so we learning together. We all in this together. I'm gonna try to do that and see how that goes. Because I'm still learning how to try the new things on YouTube, like such as the community posts and posting when I'm gonna upload my videos. Instead of making the video saying, hey, this is the video that's gonna be uploaded, and explaining all the time, because I realize I don't have to do that. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, this is actually more convenient. I haven't even made tongue yet. But the structure of the head is almost done. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can do that for you guys. See if I do the community tab the next day. And if y'all have any thoughts or any perspectives or any ideas as far as like, or anything or any tips you want to tell me as far as like learning like how to use this, do this sculpting practices with this clay, I will have that open for you guys tomorrow. If you guys want to comment, I'll do that. I think doing that will give y'all a better chance to comment and stuff, because I don't be knowing if y'all want to comment or not, because I know YouTube laws, and this channel is also really a free channel. I don't really have any age restriction, which is why I also said like the channel is also for children. But I checked my poll, and majority of y'all are either the same age as me or a little bit or a few years younger than me. So yeah. So I try to keep stuff like that in mind too. Okay, we got the head. We got the head. Okay, we got the head. We got the head. We got now. We may have to come back later and do the neck and sculpt the neck and stuff. And I'll probably show you how to smooth it out once I'm done. But yeah, we got the head. So I will see you guys in the second part of this video, because I'm going to be still sculpting this, putting the clay on this, and I gotta finish. It's gonna take some time to do that. And currently it is 12:28 on where I'm ending this video. Okay, so yeah, I will see you guys later when I finish putting clay on this. For now, see you later, YouTubers.